Breaking news. Breaking news. There is fresh hope for Simon Ekpa. With the information reaching me last night, I tell you there is fresh hope for Ekpa, as he may just be walking out of the prison as a free man very, very soon. And here is why. It will shock you to know that in Finland, their judicial system is not the same as other parts of Europe and the world. In Finland, there are 3 courts. Listen very carefully because I want to take you somewhere. There are 3 courts in Finland, and the lowest of the lowest is the district courts. Then you have the appeal court. Then you have the Supreme Court, which decision is final. In fact, in Finland, decisions become final from the appeal court, not the district courts. Note that one very well. Just jot it down. Decisions become binding starting from the appeal court, not the district court. The district court in Finland is lower than the magistrate court in Nigeria. I did my fact checking to find out that even in that district court, open your ear and hear this one. Hear this one. Open your ear and hear this one now. Even in that district court, they don't use judges. They use lay judges. Lay judges are just like me and you. People on the streets, they just call them to come and try and judge case. They just nominate them from the crowd and say, come and be a judge. That is how low, that is how unimportant district courts are. But that is the first court that cases start from first. So what is the implication of this? One, the implication of this is that Simon Ekpa's case was not tried by a judge, a professional judge that went to law school. No, he was tried like a citizen, a normal human being who's on his own, who is facing his own business. He's the one that judged this case. And in most cases, listen now, let me tell you, in most cases, these people can be manipulated. Because before they bring you to be a judge, they will tell you what they want you to do. And they pay you some money because definitely you can be influenced. Because you might be having challenges in your life. And this judge case, this judge role they gave you, used to change your life. So we are talking about this because it's possible that there was an interference by a higher power in this case. Because the district courts in Finland are actually not judged by, judges themselves. It's from the appeal court that you get to see the real judges who understand nitty-gritty of case, legal arguments, and legal, discussions. And that is why if Simon Ekpa's lawyers are still playing or sleeping, feeling bad that they have lost this case, I am here to tell you clearly that no. Go straight to the appeal court, appeal this case, sit before a proper judge, and you will be surprised that this case will be struck off. Yes. We have been crying manipulation. The only court in Finland that can be manipulated is the district court, which is the one that Ekpa just finished from. Because that is the one that if the Finland government want to do a favor for Nigerian government, as manipulating the judicial system, it is the district courts they can do it. A court where they can single-handedly appoint their own lay judge to oversee the cases. And that kind of situation now, it will just go the way they want, because that person might be somebody who just need the money for the moment. And that is where manipulation comes in. Let me read this for you. Listen, a lay judge is a volunteer member of the public without specific legal training. That is who a lay judge is. And Finland uses these lay judges, for manipulation. To manipulate, because they are the only ones that you can manipulate. So now, Finland will not want Ekpa to appeal this judgment. Because the next court is going to go to now, it will be a real judge. You understand? And that is why I want Ekpa to start, him and his lawyers, listen, to start appealing this case, because they never saw it coming. I was doing my digging and I discovered this. And the district courts don't use real judges. So listen, the Finland General Court system for criminal cases such as terrorism follows this structure. 1. The first court you enter, the district courts, Karajukis. The role of district court is, courts of first instance for criminal and civil cases. The composition is it is presided over by lay judges, which are elected by municipal councils. Then, number of district courts in Finland is 20. They have 20 district courts in Finland. Now listen, the Court of Appeal, this one handles appeals from district courts. Now, what is the composition? It is presided over by professional judges, typically in 3 panels. Now, the number of courts in Finland is 5. They have 5 courts of appeal in Helsinki, in Turku, in Vasa, in Kuopio, in Kuvala. Now, who can appeal a judgment? The defendant, the prosecutor, or victim can appeal if dissatisfied with the district court decision. They can file note of intent within 7 days of the district court judgment. The appellant must file a notice of intent to appeal with the district court. The full appeal must be submitted within 30 days of the judgment. The grounds of appeal: appeals can challenge the conviction, for factual errors, insufficient evidence, or the sentence itself. For terrorism cases, the appeal might focus on evidence interpretation, legal definitions of terrorism, or sentencing proportionality. So the Court of Appeal reviews this case based on written evidence, but oral hearings may be held if necessary. The court assesses the legality and appropriateness of the district court's decision. Now, very important for you to note, listen very carefully. In Finland, appeal courts cannot give you a higher sentence because you came to appeal as a defendant. The appeal court rather looks at a way to reduce your sentence, to strike it off, or leave it the way it is, most when it comes from defendants. Appeal court does not say, okay, you came to appeal court to appeal this case and you have failed the appeal, and I even see reasons to give you more sentence. I will even add. Doesn't do that. So don't be afraid that appealing the case might make it even worse. Go for this appeal, because we cannot allow any kurukere judge that they just carry from streets to come and judge a whole high-profile case of somebody like Simon Ekpa, a person who is a POI of 2 countries. You carry one small boy and put them, want to go and start crying that you have been sentenced. Then you want to come and sleep and rest and say, okay, I beg leave and make I go prison. No! 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 You must sit before a credible judge before you can beat your chest and say you give up. You cannot just give up when you have sat in a mago court. Like somebody who has already been giving phone call from their president that I want someone that can do this thing for me. I have a contract with Nigeria. I want someone, I will not mess it up. So pick somebody who I can, send some dollars for. Yes. And they carry the person and put. Then he sits down there because district courts are scattered everywhere. It's like mobile courts. That's exactly what I was telling you. It's smaller than magistrate court. That's the way they operate there. It's their system. It is their system. And you cannot allow someone that cannot just go to prison, give up because you are being tried in a corrupt system that is easily manipulated. So I did another fact checking and I found out that these district courts, they are open to corruption a lot. Because of the way they appoint judges, just picking people that can just look at cases and just say whatever they like. They're not judges, so they're human beings, like me and you. Because of that, people now manipulate their way, making Finland a corrupt country. Yes, I will talk about Finland being a corrupt country in the next video. Because obviously, these Europeans cannot deceive us with their white color. They can't deceive us with their beautiful roads and beautiful buildings. Corruption is inside, it's not outside what you show people. It's inside the system. So I advise the lawyers of Ekpa right now to stand up and go and appeal this case and sit before a proper judge. Not a wuru mago charge and bail judge that they brought out to try Ekpa. That is charge and bail judge. Lay judge. That is the truth. I have done my extensive fact check. It was not a judge. If you doubt me, bring me the name of the judge that did this case. And that is why they are even shielding the name of their judges. Because most times they don't use judges. So that is it. And if it goes this way, if they go and challenge it, I get you. 90 out of 100, Simon Ekpa will get proper justice. If he appeal this case, there is every possibility, I am telling you, that Simon Ekpa will get proper justice, reduced sentence, or a strike out of the case. The one that will never happen is that they will add more years for him. They don't do that in Finland. I have fact-checked it. They don't do that in Finland. When the defendant himself, the person that is defending the case, comes for the appeal, they don't add more years. They only try and see if they can reduce it, because what you came to the court to do is to seek for a reduction, or a seek of a striking out, or a seek of what? To interpret the lower court actually did a good job. That's exactly what we came today. So let's watch as it unfolds. Let's file the appeal. Today is already, today is not a 5th. There is time. You have 7 days to appeal. To, tell the court orally. First of all, you can do it orally that you want to appeal. That is a notice. Then you have 30 days now to file it properly and deliver judgment. To file it properly and get proper judgment. That is how it works. So there is hope. There is fresh hope. There is fresh hope. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell that says all to get notified whenever I release a video. I have been your host, Chi Ne Du. See you next video. Peace.